everybody, this is Love of Truth Tarot. We're going to get into another collective reading. You know what, I hit that at the wrong time. Okay, sorry that was a little loud, but things are a little, I would say kind of chaotic. Not really chaotic, but more like, lots of things happening, and I'm getting intuitive messages. Usually don't before the reading, but I got the intuitive message that, actually sometimes I do get intuitive messages, but I just don't always put it out there. But then the reading confirms what the energy was like before it. But the energy, or the idea, or the channeled message, I should say, is, what I got was death is all around us. Now, it might sound like, I don't know, morbid, I guess you could say, but it's really not. It's not that energy at all. It's kind of like a realization that if we just accept death for what it is, no matter what form it's in, whether it's literal or death of a way of thinking, a way of being, a way of doing something, a way of seeing, a way of, you know, again, it could be physical, someone actually dying, or just things changing. It's really just change. It's transformation. It's, when one thing dies, there's always going to be life after death. So, I don't know. That's just what's coming through. So, we're going to see where that takes us today. Angels, guides, ancestors of the highest white light, what does the collective need to hear or see at this time? So we have ship, travel, vehicles, movement, journey, change, distance. You guys, this is why channeled messages are awesome, because when you channel a message, it will always come out in the tarot. So, anyway. What else does the collective need to hear or see, so we get a little bit more on this situation? I don't read reversals, but they came out like this. But, interesting. That just spoke to me, so we're going to talk about that. But we have birds and we have clover. So, also gossip, small problem, excitement, anxiety, restlessness, chatter. Clover, luck, gambling, opportunity, chance, hope, small happiness. Okay, so I'm getting a restlessness or anxiety type thing from the birds. There could be chatter, there could be gossip about you, or this is what I'm picking up, but that's not really what I'm focused on right now, to be honest. Like, what I notice is, yeah, that anxiety or restlessness coming through, and then change. Maybe there's some sort of anxiety around things changing. Yeah, like the waters look really rough in this picture. Well, not really rough, but somewhat rough, you know. Compared to that ship, I think they're doing pretty well on that ship. So maybe that's another message, is that since you're on this ship, this is, you know, metaphorical, of course. You built your ship very tall and very big and very, you know, like it can withstand the winds and the waters. Okay, this is what I'm getting. And it's weird. I almost feel like there's a clock, but maybe I'm just seeing things. But, like, what is that? No. Okay, my brain is just seeing something here. Isn't that interesting how this is nothing like a clock, but really it's just my brain wanted to, you know, conjure that up in a way in my head. And what that is saying, okay, even though it's not really a clock, but because I saw it as that, it represents time, right? So there's something to do with time, changement, movement, change. It's a new word. And it's almost like saying it's time, or it will be time soon to change. Okay, so something's going to change in no time. This is what I'm getting. Well, not no time, but soon I'm getting. Okay, so then there's some sort of gossip There's some sort of something, there is chatter about this, okay, but I don't know exactly what we're picking up here. But I get there's an anxiety, a restlessness. I know I'm kind of really going deep into these cards, even though there's not many of them, but this is just what's channeling what's coming out here. So we also have Clover, which represents luck, gambling, opportunity, chance, hope, small happiness. So obviously there's some sort of like favor over your energy or your life right now, and I get that also mainly because you're choosing to do so. I don't know why I'm getting the word choose. Now what's sticking out to me, it's interesting, is change, chance, and choose. Like, those are very key words in this. You're getting a chance to change and what are you going to choose, basically. So that's interesting. All right, let's see what else is here, because I feel like I've been talking about these for like a long time. But anyways, okay, what else does the collective need to hear or see? Wow, you guys, we keep getting these cards. Okay, we're just gonna do that. We're gonna fan it out. It just feels better to me. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect, and I always try to do that. But anyways, garden. We keep getting garden. We keep getting bear in these readings. So, and I think it's just trying to say that there definitely is some sort of like, there could be a gathering, there could be a group, just period, a group of people. Okay, an audience, fame. Maybe people are watching you, or that's what's to come soon as well. Maybe this is your chance to be, quote, famous, or whatever you consider in the public eye. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And okay, we have more, but or just seen by a lot of people right now at this time, or recognized for something. Maybe you're just connecting with a lot of people at this time, whether that's online, people watching you as an audience, or whether you're having some sort of gatherings. And but how does this connect to what I was talking about? I think that once you're making these changes and taking this chance, that you're gonna gain this. You're gonna gain more of a social, not even necessarily social, but like many people watching you or interested in what you're doing. That's what I'm getting. Okay. And then we also have bear. Now, this could be anything. This doesn't even have to be something you're like purposefully doing or trying to put out there. But I think in general, like, it could just be people in general, like I said, watching you, interested in what you're doing, interested in, like, it could be anything. It's not just the talent. It's not just like something, like I said, that you're trying to put out there. It's more like you just being you and figuring something out and doing it the way that you do it. People are interested and they're watching you, they're listening, they're learning from you too, because of how you're doing it. It's like, seems almost like effortless, maybe because you've been working on something for a while. I don't know, this is all of what I'm picking up here. Then we also have 8, which I didn't even realize for the longest time. I never really paid attention to the numbers on the side. So that's interesting. It's almost like hidden in plain sight. That's another thing. Okay, maybe that's what you are right now. You're hidden in plain sight, but maybe not many people see you, but they will. Like, this is your chance to shine. Yeah, maybe that's what that gossip or chatter is about too, because you're being seen so, like, in such a good light by many people, that there's gonna be haters, there's gonna be people talking about it, talking about you, whatever this is, in a way that's good, because then it kind of shows like you're doing something, not always, but you know, you're trying to do something with your life. And whether that's even in a personal way, and you're not trying, like I said, you're not trying to make it a public thing, I think it's gonna end up becoming that. But again, it doesn't have to be like you're literally famous or you're that huge. It's just a matter of people are interested in what you're doing, interested in what you're saying, how you're doing what you're doing. Okay, I think I spent enough time on that one. Then we have bear. power, boss, courage, leadership, finances, protection. I get that you're protected by the Most High, by your angels, your guides, your ancestors. I'm getting highly that it's your angels and your ancestors that are mainly looking over you right now. Your guides are as well, but you know, our guides are mainly to literally guide us through. Angels are more protective, but ancestors are as well. So anyway, I mean, they all are, but that's the energy I'm getting. I think you also are stepping into this boss energy. You're having courage to do whatever this is. Yeah, you're a leader. You're leading lots of people, whether you know it or not. This might even bring in some finances. That's interesting. Okay, and then we have Stork. Change again, guys. Movement, new beginnings, transition, flexibility, transformation. Wow. So this is going to make you more flexible. Again, we have movement and change, and it's right on top of that. And it's a bird, and then there's birds here. So what do you know? Okay. Transition. What was I saying about death? Like, come on. Transitioning from one world to another. That's what I'm hearing. Wow. Okay, I keep shuffling these. All right, let's see what else does the collective need to see or hear from this deck. Okay, we also have mouse. We have lots of animals here. Not lots, but, well, good amount. Stress, nerves, depletion, theft, disease, flaw. We also had anxiety and restlessness over here. So there's definitely some sort of anxiety maybe that this is going to bring. Or maybe you're having that right now. You might feel depleted. I would say to just take care of yourself mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, every way possible. Try to be like more balanced in your life with whatever you're doing. I know it's easier said than done, and I say that a lot, but it is very true. So try to take care of yourself. That's what I'm getting, because it says disease too, theft. So also someone might be trying to like steal your ideas about something. That's interesting. We also have anchor, work, profession, settling down, durability, stability, long lasting. So whatever this is that you're doing, this might be considered a profession or what you do for work. Now it's going to help you financially, I'm getting, because we have finances and we have like work, profession, right? And this is stable, so it's going to last a long time. Long lasting, durability, yes, it's very well prepared, thought out, and established, and all that. And as long as you have consistency, I see it being very, I'm hearing the word lucrative, which means you're gonna make a lot of money from it. That's interesting. All right, so let's move these over because I got two more. Don't mind my accents. I'll do all sorts of accents sometimes. So anyway, so we have woman and we have ring. I've never even gotten the ring. That's interesting. Okay. Wow. Okay, so woman, wife, questioner herself, female inquirer, female, or femininity. So it could be any of these things that you're embodying, maybe your femininity, or you are a woman, you are a wife, okay? I'm getting also a mother, even though it's not here. Questioner herself, which is interesting because I never really focused on the questioner part of things, but that's sticking out to me as well. Maybe you're asking a lot of questions at this time, which is good, because okay, so I'm reading this too, because I see contract here, and I'm seeing that it's good to ask questions. If there is some sort of contract or anything you're signing, that's for some people. And then, okay, so let me just read what it says on the ring. Promise, commitment, partnership, deal, contract, cycle. So there's some sort of cycle. Okay, because we were talking about death, right? Which is interesting. And I was thinking about nature and how nature dies constantly, all the time. And it replenishes itself. Okay, so we have this ring is pretty much nature, right? So it's a flower. It looks like vines or something. So I thought of that too. And it represents a commitment, but it also represents a cycle, which I don't think a lot of people know, or a, you know, like a circle, or like it's a regenerating energy. Like, it goes on and on, kind of like the infinity symbol, but it's not quite there. Obviously they're two different symbols, but this is like a continuous on and on type of thing. This is just what I'm hearing intuitively. So again, maybe this has to do with committing to whatever it is that you're doing, this profession, or whatever you're doing that might even not even be a profession, but it might even turn into something like that in the future. Whatever this is that you're doing that people are watching and seeing and talking about, this big thing that's happening for you is obviously, like I said, long lasting. It's a very durable, it has a great foundation, and it's going to be able to, you know, stand the test of time. Okay, again, time comes up with that supposed clock I saw on the ship. So that's also a circle, and it also goes around and around. So maybe there's something with that too. I mean, this could deal with a partnership, but what we were getting so far up until this point was about something with what you're doing, people are watching, whether it's a profession or not, right? So I think for most people, that's what it's gonna talk about. Okay, we're gonna do some oracle cards and then maybe tarot after. Okay. So angels, guides, ancestors, the highest white light, what does the collective need to hear or see right now? Angels, guides, ancestors, the highest white light, what does the collective need to hear or see right now? Okay. We have halls of learning, spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. So you're learning and then you're teaching others, whatever this is, whatever this thing that you're doing. So spirit guides, confirmation, great lessons. So remember we were talking about how you're protected by your angels and your ancestors, but then I was like, oh, your spirit guides are there for you too. So this is kind of like them coming through saying, yeah, you know, we matter too. We are teaching you lessons and we're guiding you through, kind of like a mentor. That's what I'm getting. Or like, I want to say like a tutor or someone that's like, yeah, guiding you through these lessons so you can really learn them and really get them. And I'm getting, okay, that's what the cycles are about. So there's lessons that are repeating themselves sometimes to really, I know it sounds like harsh, but to really get, like, have you get these things, like really understand. I'm like this. Yeah, like really make you understand these things on on all levels. This is what I'm hearing, because sometimes we understand things at a lower level and we don't realize that there's something deeper to what we're thinking, what we're seeing, what we're doing, what we're learning. And we're like, oh, okay, maybe we'll see it in a different light, or we'll see it at a different angle at another time. And it's like, oh, it's the same thing, but it's just me seeing it in a different way. I feel like I'm on a roll today. Okay. We also have Chamber of the Violet Flame, karmic release, radical transformation. Again, transformation. And we see the flames. Oh my God. Is that a lotus flower on fire? Okay, it's some beautiful exotic flower, let's just say, or looks exotic. And it's the violet flame. So what does violet represent? The crown chakra, the tippy top of our chakras, which technically that's not true, but we're not going to get into that right now. But in the main chakra system, the purple one is the highest, which is the crown. And that is the, okay, communication with the higher realms. So what you're doing is, this is amazing. I love this energy. You're releasing anything karmic. It could be people that are karmic. It could be ideas, way of seeing, way of doing things, way of believing. Your programming. You're releasing your karmic programming so that you can transform, you can alchemize, you can do the Phoenix Rising situation, right? That's what this is, really, but it's realizing that it's all part of the same thing. So it's not separate. Just because it's like the phoenix rises from the ashes. Yes, the phoenix rises from the ashes, and that's to say that there's always rebirth after death. There's a lot of this death, like scorpionic energy going on, because the death card in the Rider-Waite is the sign Scorpio, and there's a lot of like dark, deep. It's just like a very dark and deep sign and energy with Scorpio, which is really beautiful though in a way, because again, it's going to bring that life after. It's like a sign to say there's something new coming, you know? Because we look at death like, oh my God, it's horrible. And yeah, it does suck. Like whatever is ending, sometimes we're attached to it. But what this is saying is karmic release. So don't be attached to whatever energy that has been coming up for you. Maybe that's what was holding you back from allowing yourself to like flourish with whatever this thing is people are seeing you do, and like you're teaching others. You know, again, this could be a profession, this could be some sort of thing that you're putting out there that, like, again, it's just things that people are seeing you do though. They're like, wow, this person is really changing and transforming and doing it for the better. So anything like that, this is really intense. I like this. But, and scorpionic energy is very intense, very deep, very misunderstood too. So, because there's so much that we don't see, because it's a very dark, you know, think about it, Pluto is also connected to Scorpio. So, they even pretend that Pluto doesn't exist, which it still does, but that's another sign to this, okay? Look at this. Halls of Amenti initiation, secrets revealed, treasures uncovered, initiations. So things that were not seen are going to be seen. Wow, this is beautiful, you guys. Like, because what was I talking about? The darkness, and then it's really dark in the background here. But it's like you're seeing through, okay, this is, I'm channeling this too. You're seeing through some sort of portal. You're seeing the truth. Or you've opened a portal. Okay, wow. Like, I've never channeled this kind of thing, but this is awesome. But a portal, all it really is like a means of communication, but also travel. Even though we don't understand that concept yet, communication and travel really is the same thing. This is what I'm channeling as well. Like from the ethers, from the higher realms. This is understood. This is what I'm hearing. Okay, communication and travel is the same thing. And that would make sense because I'm thinking of the Eight of Wands. What is the Eight of Wands? Traveling really fast, fast movement. But also it means communication. Okay, so I know I'm right. I know what I'm saying is right. And I know because it's just coming through me, but also it's verified by the meanings of the cards. So we have Lemurian seed codes, embracing sensitivity, uniqueness, living with grace. Alright, we're going to put this down too, because this was here and I just want to get the feel of what's going on. Sacred inner space, sacral chakra or sacral, tenderness, sensuality. Okay, so I'm getting, because I'm seeing the word sacred and then I'm seeing grace, living with grace, sensitivity, sensuality, tenderness. Yes. Okay, so being soft with yourself also at this time is very important. I think your angels, guides, ancestors, your spirit team is being soft with you at this time also, maybe because you're going through something very tough, or also to remember, maybe they're there to say, to remember you don't have to be so rough with yourself, which might also bleed on to others too. This is kind of like a little wake-up call too. Be tender with yourself. Be sensitive with yourself, because there's a sacred inner space, right, within you, but you sometimes have to create that around you too. Bring that, whatever is inside of you, out. And I think you're doing this actually naturally. I don't think this is something, like, I think it is kind of like advice, but I don't think it's necessarily them saying you're not doing this. It's maybe more of like an encouragement to keep doing what you're doing. Like, you've already realized this within, that you need to be a little easier on yourself, or take it easy. Okay, I'm done with these cards though. But I think that's beautiful. And like, yeah, find that inner space, that sacred space, even if you don't have a physical space around you. Create that within, and then I'm getting also that if you do that, the outside is going to be easier to deal with. Okay, now we're doing the tarot. We have this 7 of Cups. Again, the choices I was saying. Yes, opportunities. Interesting how procrastination is in there too. So maybe there's a lot, or was a lot of procrastination. There could still be some lingering, but it's saying to jump on, I mean, not literally jump on it, obviously, or like too fast, but there are opportunities presented to you that you might have to kind of just like, I said jump on it, but I didn't mean exactly jump on it, but like seize the opportunity, you know? Again, take that chance that we had, I think, in the luck card. It's a chance, you know? You have a chance to do something, do it. That's just what I'm hearing, okay? We also have Ace of Cups reversed, so... Alright, so there was some sort of... Okay, I'm getting that your love didn't feel appreciated by someone or a group of people. Maybe it's multiple people, but it feels like maybe you were sad for a while because you felt like you were pouring maybe into others and they weren't pouring into you, and that caused you a lot of pain or unrequited love, or feeling as though you're not loved back. We also have, I'm trying to think of how this intertwines with everything, but we have the 9 of Pentacles reversed. So yeah, that's a lack of stability, security. Beware of any shady investments. If you are going to make any investment that regards this work profession. Okay, we also have the Justice card reversed. So just be careful of the choices that you're making, because obviously there's this love that you gave that you didn't feel was reciprocated back to you. Maybe it affected your stability. Yeah, that makes sense. But also just to be don't be afraid. Be aware. I was reading lots of words together when I said that, but I mean, maybe you're afraid. That's another thing coming through, of course, but be aware of any shady investments, especially if the Justice reverse is coming out, because it has to deal with the law as well. So there might be some sort of manipulation, I'm hearing, of something that has to do with something legal, but that's just for some people. Let's see. Yeah, maybe lack of accountability, lack of independence, whether that was on your end or another person's end. Let's get some more on this. Angels, guides, ancestors of the highest white light. What does the collective need to hear? Okay, interesting. So we have Queen of Wands upright, and then the Four of Pentacles. So yeah, so someone, whether it was you or another person, have some sort of good business sense, like foresight as far as how to handle a business, how to handle, again, leadership comes through too, because the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands are leaders. I mean, they're all leaders, but they have that sense, you know, inside of them naturally. confident, well-liked, competitive, right? They enjoy enterprise, and the limelight also values her home and family life. Okay. So that's that really stable energy, too, even though usually the stability comes in with the Pentacles, but that's why this is here. So there was a lack of independence or stability, a lack of accountability. But whatever this is, you're either overcoming it. I'm hearing you're overcoming it, or there's an overcoming of it, whatever it is, whether it's coming from you or another person or other people. Okay. And then we also have Four of Pentacles, holding on to people, possessions, issues. Okay. But also this is a financial stability, financial security. So, I mean, I'm getting, it could be, there's many different scenarios here, but again, there's a good business sense, or like a good idea of how to manage money, or just your stability in general. This is interesting. Yeah, like I get you're overcoming, you know, maybe the love lost, that felt lost, lack of feeling independent. Maybe you felt like there was a lack of accountability with other people. I don't know. We have the Sun, guys. So, but yeah, maybe you felt you had to guard yourself against this energy, and you felt like you were left out in the cold. And I think you were going through, or you have been, or something financial, or again, it has to do with your stability. Yeah, because like this one, drained of energy. But you're persistent, you're persevering, you gather your strength, and you fight your corner. And you don't let this like get to you, no matter what happens to you, whether that's physically, you know, as far as the Pentacles go, or spiritually, because this is a spiritual card too. Like, I've looked into these cards, you know, and then intuitively I'm getting it too, because this is a church. This is another thing I'm getting. So there's something, it's affecting you spiritually, or has been. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. It wanted to pop out again. But I did see the Nine of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles. So whatever it is you're building you're making your dreams come true. You're building this, and you have been, and it's coming true, obviously. This is the most positive card in the deck. So you can make your dreams come true. This is what I'm hearing. Or you can have that happiness. Whatever it is that you're like questioning. I don't know why I put it in the center. Well, the Sun is technically in the center, right? Okay. We have Judgment, and we have the King of Swords. Reverse, sorry. We also have the Six of Cups. Let's get another one. Wow, that was fast. And the Page of Cups. Interesting. I'm already getting something from your childhood. Maybe you remember when times were more simpler. Yeah. Is that the word? When things were easier, you know, when you're a child, or like you don't have many responsibilities. Maybe you have a couple chores, but like, I mean, most children, I shouldn't say all, because sometimes that doesn't happen, but in the, you know, general sense, there were less responsibilities. We feel we probably have a lot more now, obviously. And it's that youthful innocence. Not just innocence, but again, like when times were easier. And I'm getting that from the Sun as well. Okay, we also have... So we have the King of Swords reverse, Judgment. There's just like this revealing of whatever this energy is. Again, whether you've embodied this or others, right? Of this selfish... And it is on top of the Ace of Cups reverse. So maybe it did have to do with the love connection. You felt as though someone was being overly selfish, not thinking about you, and you were pouring into them, they weren't pouring into you. This is just what I'm picking up. Okay. There is an awareness or awakening, a judgment on that. But it's interesting how it says apportioning blame. Yeah. And then forgiveness, though. So it's like you might have blamed, but you also are forgiving, or this person's forgiving you. We did also have, I just wanted to put some more down here. Page of Swords reversed. Yeah, okay. Someone who's overly, premeditated, selfish, okay, someone who's overly cautious. This is someone who's unconcerned with the feelings of others, okay? So someone wasn't being thoughtful. Again, not thinking about your feelings, only thinking about themselves. Again, but this could also be you. Take whatever applies. Yeah, a lot of reversals. Knight of Cups. Yeah, unrequited love, illusion, escapism, lies, someone with fragile sense of identity, poor personal boundaries. Okay. I think you're also learning how to put up boundaries and like what you're going to accept, what you're not going to accept that doesn't feel right with you. We also have strength right on top of the sun, which is awesome. You're determined to get over this. Get through this. You're looking at the truth, but you're also looking at the sun, which is, it represents the positivity, the joy, the happiness. You're trying to just focus on the happiness in life. And these are 2 Leo cards, guys. Wow. Yeah, you're definitely, you have the courage to push through, and you're doing that. Even though, again, okay, there's a lot of messages coming through, it's not just the financial part of this or the work aspect of things, but it's your stability in general is affected by this. Okay, so I'm hearing that it's going to be healed. And you're not trying to focus on this, even though there were negative changes. But it's okay. I just want to say too, it's okay to notice the negative, to feel the negative feelings. We have to be able to do that, to release it. So maybe that's a message as well. And then we also have the 4 of Wands reversed. Yeah, unhappy families, postpone, cancel, reunion, leaving home. Something you didn't feel supported, You felt left out in the cold. You felt like you didn't matter. But look, releasing fear. You're releasing this. You're releasing this fear. Unveiling secrets, subsiding anxiety, truth, regaining composure, self-deception. Okay, regaining composure, sticking out. You're looking at the truth. It's weird how it's also self-deception, which I would think would be upright, but yeah, it does say deception here. But it's subsiding anxiety. Yes, you're learning how to subside the anxiety, to say, you know what, I know you're here, anxiety, but you're like talking to your anxiety. Like, I know you're here, but we've felt this for too long. This is what I'm hearing, and something needs to change. Again, a change. So what's dying? What's the death in the situation? Oh my God, you guys! I just said the death in the situation. 10 of Swords, which is like rock bottom, right? Dead end, nail in the coffin, right? Okay, hitting a wall. Goodbyes. This is the end, right? New beginning. The Fool, the first card in the deck. Innocence, freedom. And it was just talking about innocence too. Childlike. Something's connected to your childlike energy. You're stepping into that. You're learning to not to care less, okay? Not to say to be necessarily careless, like you don't give a shit about anything, but it's like you're learning to lighten the load and only take what you really need with you, and realizing that peace is more important than taking all that baggage with you. New beginning, yeah. Okay, so there's the new beginning. Because you're deciding to look at the truth of it all, but you're also, see, there's truth. Truth is important, it matters, right? But also what matters is the sun, is the strength, right? The energy of that, the optimism, the overcoming it, you know, the courage, the bravery, the optimism, this, like, look at this silver lining, but also, like, it's like facing it. Yeah, you're facing what you maybe were not able to face because of the pain. Wow. Because of that love that felt lost. But you're transforming that energy into something, like I was saying, you're doing something that others are watching, like we were saying earlier. So they're learning from you that, okay, you can get through things like this, if that makes sense. Okay, let's just do like one Archangel Michael card. Angels, guides, ancestors, of the highest white light, or just collect what needs you here. You're ready for more. Your career is growing and blossoming. Now is the time to make the changes you have been contemplating. So I'm really getting for a lot of you that this does have to do with whatever you put out there. Okay, I don't know what it is. Again, like it does have to do with your career for some. I think a lot of you, whatever you're doing for your career, you're really teaching others. You're inspiring others. It doesn't necessarily only have to be teaching. It could be inspiring others. It could be motivating others, leading others. They could feel like, no, I want to do this thing because they're doing this, and if they can do it, I can do it, you know? And I think, yeah, your career is growing and blossoming. Whatever you're doing doesn't have to be your career, like I was saying. But it's like saying now is the time to make the changes you've been contemplating. And I get now as in the present moment is whenever you're literally in the moment. So now, okay, this sounds like contradictory, but now is now is now is now. Like, we can keep going and saying every moment, really. I mean, this might be too general, like hard to understand, but every moment we should take the chance or the choices that we need to better ourselves, whether that means take action or to rest, or, you know, it's like you have to reevaluate constantly, what do you need at that moment, you know? Take one step at a time and don't let your anxieties get to you, because there's a lot of cards that explain that. There's like this restlessness or this anxiety or this stress that maybe can weigh on you. But I'm saying, I'm hearing, don't let that get in the way. Like, again, overcome it with the Strength card. Look at the optimistic side of things, even though it might be hard. But again, when we see it as hard, it's only our perception of it. Let the anxiety, like, feel it, but also let that die too, right? Let that be transformed into something beautiful, which you are. It says it's growing and blossoming. So also, whatever's dead is fertilizer for example, flowers or vegetables, or, you know, we could go on. And we have the garden card too. So that reminds me that, or reminds us that whatever's dead can actually help new things grow, just like fertilizer. It's all the same message, you know? And it helps it grow stronger. And that's, again, we got those energy cards, or those cards describing that type of energy, like stability, strength, long-lasting, durability. So And it's all about consistency and small steps at a time. Yeah. So one step at a time, but like you're letting that anxiety go, like you're feeling it, kind of like breathing and just releasing it out and replacing it with that optimism, that knowing that things can get better, they will get better. You're ready for more. You're ready for more. Now you're ready. This is why this is a big transitional time for you. Because before you weren't ready. You didn't have that space in your heart. And now you do. This is what I'm getting also. Because of the actions that you're taking, because like I said, you're feeling the anxiety, you're feeling the stress, but you're also, now you're able to, you learned how to release it. And then that creates more space for you to bring in the new energy, this beautiful optimism. Okay, so that's all I have for you guys today, but that was really beautiful. And if you like the video, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.